Hello, my name is Isan and I'm from the class of PC2204F, and today I will be talking about the climate change and the environment. So, what did the group learn? The group have learned that sea levels are rising due to climate change worldwide. It is crucial for an island city like Singapore to plan ahead and reinvent its coastlines in order to protect both its citizens and its borders. And as a due to climate change, Singapore is already facing extreme weather patterns, heavy rainfall, urban heat islands, and high temperatures. While the effects of global warming are presently relatively moderate, they have the potential of becoming more severe as greenhouse gas emissions escalate and causing a feedback loop on the climate. Threats increase as a result of climate change. In order to worsen crisis, the effects of climate change might intensify existing stresses such as poverty, economic shocks, and unstable governments. For instance, a rise in extreme weather events may result in less food being available. Drought was a factor in the rises in food prices that occurred in 2008 to 2009 and 2010 to 2011, which probably had an impact on socio-political stability and led to food riots in the Middle East. On the next slide, why is eco-sustainability important for Singapore? Sustainability protects the environment's health and biocapacity in which promotes the well-being of people and communities. Additionally, sustainability encourages a better economy with less waste and pollution, fewer emissions, more jobs, and an overall more equitable distribution of income. And it's critical to think about the sources of well-being for both people and society as a whole. Individual and social well-being depends on the health of the economy, which many Singaporeans may view as being of utmost importance. The fact that the nation is among the richest and most costly locations to live in the world can be attributed to this mentality. And in summary, sustainability works to keep the environment healthy so that it can promote human well-being. We can make the change and have an impact on not only Singapore but the entire planet if we can move forward and adapt to a more sustainable personal lifestyle. For my individual reflection, what I have learned during the course of research is that climate change creates problems more frequent. The effects of climate change may intensify current stresses like poverty, economic disruption, and unstable governance in order to escalate problems. For instance, a spike in extreme weather events can lead to a shortage of food. Next, and the another thing that I learned about during my course of research is that there are jobs that aim to improve the climate and the environment, which is something else I discovered during my research. Since it is 2023, I assume that people only care about making money and do not care about the climate and the environment. So my expectations for the job that wants to improve the climate and the environment were not as strong as I had hoped. Instead, I presumed that there would be very few jobs that would want to improve the climate and the environment, because people are greedy and would go to any length to make money, even if it meant destroying the earth. What are my future plans based on what I have learned? A few things that I can do to improve and help the climate and the environment is by recycling more, using less hot water, and lowering my thermostat.
My name is Justin and I'm from PC2204F. Eco-sustainability is important for Singapore as it protects the environment's health and biocapacity, which in turn promotes the well-being of people and communities. Additionally, sustainability encourages a better economy with less waste and pollution, fewer emissions, more jobs, and an overall more equitable distribution of income. Sustainability promotes both improved design and reduced production. This implies that goods and services will be of higher quality, greater resilience, and greater utility, which will result in less waste and clutter. Sustainability works to help keep the environment healthy so that it can promote human well-being. We can make the change and have an impact on not only Singapore but the entire planet if we can move forward and adapt to a more sustainable personal lifestyle. There are three methods to adopt: a circular economy to ensure sustainability. Firstly, it is to reuse resources. Singapore can adopt ways such as making manufacturers in the country to create reusable products in a circular economy. For instance, electrical equipment is made in a way that makes repairs simpler. Additionally, products and raw materials are reused whenever possible. Using recycled plastic to create pallets for new plastic items is one example. Secondly, we can stop food wastage. A number of food courts and shopping malls now separate food waste and employ on-site treatment equipment to turn it into liquid nutrients, compost for landscaping, or water for non-potable uses. Residential areas have been a rise in similar programs, such as trial program to recycle food waste at the Tampines Greenlace Public Housing Complex. 1 in 3 households are using the recycling bins at least once a week, which is encouraging statistics. Lastly, consume less. Singapore should emphasize better consumption as well as less consumption. This may require consumers to choose versions of products that have been recycled or that have been made in more environmentally friendly methods. It may also mean altering our diets, such as being plant-based instead of eating a lot of meat, which has advantages in terms of emissions and other uses of natural resources. Through the course of learning and the research of this project, I have discovered that the sea levels are increasing owing to global climate change. An island city like Singapore must prepare for the future and redesign its shoreline in order to preserve both its residents and its borders. Singapore already experiences unusual weather patterns, a lot of rain, urban heat islands, and high temperatures as a result of climate change. Even while the impacts of global warming are currently somewhat mild, they could worsen as greenhouse gas emissions rise and create a feedback loop on the climate. I have realized that if nothing is done about this problem, we will soon be victims of climate change, which would destroy our planet, which is the only habitable place we have to live in. My future plans based on what I have learned which is for me, I would focus on my daily routine to see what I may have done that could affect climate change. For example, trying not to use too much aircon or using a recycling bag instead of plastic bags provided. These are small steps that could help in saving the earth from climate change. Thank you.
My name is Shakir Zufrin and I'm from PC2204F.
So there will be 3 job opportunities. For the first job opportunity, it is in the civil engineering industry, and the job title is Graduate Environmental Consultant. For the roles of this job, you will need to contribute to environmental studies, analysis and reporting related to environmental projects. You will also need to ensure compliance of project activities with national environmental regulations and international standards. The qualification required for this job is a bachelor's degree in a relevant discipline related to environment or ecology. For the career progression is that you can enjoy contributing to a wide range of interesting and stimulating projects locally, regionally and internationally, with Mott McDonald's continued focus on social outcomes. For the second job, it will be in the airlines and aviation industry, and the job title is Senior Executive Sustainability. The role involves monitoring and reporting on SIA group emissions to comply with the ICAO Carbon Offsetting and Reduction Scheme for international aviation. The qualification for this job is you have to have a university degree, preferably in areas related to sustainability such as environmental or climate science. The career progression for this job is that the candidate will join the Sustainability Office in SIA Corporate Planning Division and strive to elevate SIA's standing amongst the global sustainability community. For the last job opportunity, it is in the Sustainable Strategy industry, and the job title is Associate in Climate Change and Sustainability Service. The roles for this job is that you must have professional presence with the ability to engage management level and clients, as well as internal leadership stakeholders. The qualifications required for this job is a degree, preferably in finance or accounting. The career progression for this job is that you will help clients manage their business and report risks as they respond to changing government, environmental regulations and new trends in sustainability, management and reporting. I have learned from the research that climate change is a problem that Singapore has to learn to adapt to and work its way around and find solutions to overcome problems such as rising temperatures, as Singapore is already a country with such high temperature. Furthermore, there are solutions that Singapore can adopt, such as consuming lesser food, as it can reduce gas emissions, therefore allowing the temperature of the climate to cool down. My future plans are to play my part by not wasting electricity, wasting food and taking public transport to help decrease the effects of climate change.
My name is Eric Mirza from class PC2204F. In order to be in the civil engineering industry, you must be skilled in design techniques and work well with maps, drawings and models. You also must have excellent knowledge in computer-aided design software. However, the technical skills I currently have are programming and coding skills, which allow me to create various computer software, games, websites and much more. Having a digital aptitude, strong learning mindset, and interest to commit to driving social and sustainable outcomes is one of the soft skills required for this job. The current soft skills I have is critical thinking, which is the objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment. For the airlines and aviation industry, strong analytical and IT skills are required technical skills. This is different from my troubleshooting skills, which is the ability to trace and correct faults in a mechanical or electrical system. The soft skills required for this industry are leadership and to become under pressure. The current soft skills I have is the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions and the ability to use my time effectively. In contrast, leadership and staying calm under pressure are skills I do not possess. Lastly, to be in the Department of Sustainable Strategy industry, project management, which is the application of processes, methods, skills, knowledge, and experience to achieve specific project objectives, is a must-have skill. Excellent verbal communication skills, which is the way you relay a message through words, is a soft skill needed to be in this industry. However, the soft skills I have is patience, which is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay. Which is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. During my research, I found out that in order to convert food waste into liquid nutrients, compost for landscaping, or water for non-potable use, a number of food courts and shopping malls now separate their food waste and use on-site treatment technology. Similar initiatives have increased in residential areas, such as food waste recycling trial program at the Tampines Green Lace Public Housing Project. If we as a society do nothing to prevent climate change from worsening, severe consequences are bound to happen. This will lead to increase in sea levels and temperature, devastating changes to our natural ecosystem, harming the balance between nature and man. So we need to do our part to help prevent this from happening. Some things I can do to help prevent climate change is to consume less, which helps to decrease waste, decrease my electric usage by limiting the duration of my aircon being turned on, and to recycle more instead of throwing my recyclables into the trash bin. Thank you and have a nice day.